G'day DM fans. Today I'm going to show you how to make Duel Masters proxy cards. Now, as we can see in front of us, we have a clone factory, and then beside it we have an energy stream. Well, it's basically a clone factory that I turned into an energy stream. So why would you want to do this? Why would you want to destroy good cards, although I don't think clone factory is a very good card, into other cards? Well, I mainly use these cards for when I'm playtesting or just testing out a deck. I don't have enough energy streams to go around, so I decided just to make some proxies. I like these proxies better than printed ones because you can't tell just from looking at the card because, it is an actual Duel Masters card, so it's very hard to tell the difference when the cards are face down, let's say in your shield zone. So yeah, how do we make these cards? Well, I've prepared a few here. First up, we're going to start off by putting painter's tape around the bits that you want to erase, because as we can see with the end product, I have erased all the other writing on here and so forth on the title and such. So naturally you want to pick a card that has a lot of things in common, so like Energy Stream and Clone Factory, they're both 3 mana water spells. So anyway, you put your masking tape or painter's tape around the stuff that you want to erase. Get yourself a Q-tip, dip it in some isopropyl alcohol or acetone or whatever methylated spirits, that'll probably work. And you just rub it along here and all the ink will basically just come off. So once you've done that, it'll basically look like this. So you're left with a card that basically has no writing on it, no title. And then you get a fine tip pen and write whatever you want on there. So I obviously turned this one into Energy Stream. And the good thing with Clone Factory, it actually had 2 cards already written on it. So I just draw 2 cards. And just with Energy Stream as the title. And Bob's your uncle, you've turned a crap card into one of the best cards in the game. And you can go ahead and play test with these cards, build decks, all that sort of stuff. Because a lot of the decks that I make, I actually leave them built as the deck and just put them in the deck box and leave them pre-built. I don't like taking decks apart and all that stuff because becomes very confusing as to what decks I have and such. So another good examples of cards that I've made is turning Aqua Jolter into Aqua Surfer. So Aqua Jolter, he's shield trigger, he's a liquid people, blah blah blah. What I've done with this one, I changed the mana cost to 6, obviously. You can write whatever you want on there. I don't think the writing would fit, so I just wrote on there, bounce a creature. And I turned the Jolt into Surfer. And yeah, job done, you got yourself an Aqua Surfer. Aqua Surfer is used pretty much in so many water decks that are basically ran out of Aqua Surfers. Got plenty of Aqua Jolters in my big shoebox of cards that I don't use, so I turned 4 of them into Aqua Surfers. Another good example is Pangea's Will into Soul Swap. So this is the first card that I made, so my handwriting is pretty shit, so please excuse my handwriting. But anyway, Pangea's Will, 3 mana nature spell, shield trigger, just the same as Soul Swap, and Pangea's Will is, what does it say? You get the top card of an evolution creature and put it into that player's mana zone or whatever. It's a shit card, so I basically turned some into soul swaps just for some play testing. And I think the best one of all of them would be Soul Gulp, which is a shit discard card, into Cranium Clamp. And now the writing is very similar, so it says, your opponent discards a card for each light creature he has in the battle zone, 4 mana darkness spell. And all you do is rub out a couple of things, write Cranium Clamp, and write 2 cards, and yeah, job done. You've got yourself Cranium Clamp. Soul Gulp, pretty much all these cards will never see play. Maybe Aqua Jolter might see some play, but then again, why would you run Aqua Jolter when you've got Aqua Hulkus? So, there you go, guys. That's how I make my proxy cards, and as you can see, they're both real Duel Masters cards, and when you flip them face down, you cannot see the difference. So yeah, really cool, really good for play testing, or if you can just use these cards straight up if your opponent is all cool with it. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's how I make my proxy cards. Get yourself some methylated spirits and go to town on some crappy cards and turn them into something decent. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.